They say it doesn't matter what shakes out between Gingrich and Santorum for 4th and 5th tonight, because their goal here was not to, they knew it wasn't a good state for them, but they didn't want Gingrich to get any sort of conservative bounce out of here. They were present, they played strongly in the debates, but they prevented Gingrich from coming out of here backed by Sheldon Adelson with that head of steam in South Carolina. So now they're in. Gingrich is in with the super PAC money. Huntsman is in. His dad was at the rally tonight. He may be in with super PAC money. We've got a lot of people spending a lot of money in a very small state. Voters in South Carolina are going to hear a lot, positive and negative, about these guys.
Okay, we're right back to Rachel. Take it away, Rachel.
Thank you, Chris. It's true. When you think about the amount of money that's going to be spent in South Carolina and the price of TV ad buys in South Carolina, it is going to become a very political thing to watch any television of any kind in the Palmetto State very quickly. All right, we're going to be seeing Chris again at the top of the hour for a special edition of Hardball tonight. MSNBC's coverage of the New Hampshire primary continues in just a moment.
In it, play in it, grow in it. Within your home, you do so much, and so do we. We're Johns Manville, the only complete line of certified formaldehyde-free home insulation, improving indoor air quality by reducing exposure to formaldehyde, so you live warmer, cooler, happier, and healthier too. Johns Manville, better living from the inside out.
Let Lowe's install it for you. Schedule a free in-home consultation.
As Jill's dentist, I know her gums are a foundation of her healthy smile. That's why I recommend Crest Pro Health Clinical Gum Protection. It helps eliminate plaque at the gum line, helping prevent gingivitis. It's even clinically proven to help reverse it in just 4 weeks. Crest Pro Health Clinical Gum Protection. How could switchgrass in Argentina change engineering in Dubai, aluminum production in South Africa, and the aerospace industry in the U.S.? At T. Rowe Price, we understand the connections of a complex global economy. It's just one reason over 75% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year Lipper average. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing.
No one just hands you the title, Most Advanced Technology in its class. It needs to be earned. Earned with smart beam headlamps. Earned with an 8.4-inch touchscreen. And if you're driving one, you know what it means to earn something. Now lease the 2012 Chrysler 300 for $339 a month for well-qualified lessees.
Confidence. Available in color. Depend for women is now peach. Looks and fits like underwear. Same great protection. Depend. Good morning. Great day.
Where's Dave? It's almost 10. Should we get him up?
I'll get him up.
I think I hear something.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom.
Oscar Mayer bacon. It's naturally hardwood smoked for hours to be the best. And the best way to wake up your family.
I didn't say I could keep him up.
Sorry, Mrs. Jones, your loan has been denied.
Do you know what's on your credit report? Do you know what affects your credit score? Back on Track Credit Repair cares about your credit. Back on Track offers solutions. We help with your credit problems. Improve your credit scores. Negotiate terms with your creditors. Eliminate your stress. We've helped thousands of families in northern Michigan. Back on Track Credit Repair. Locally owned with offices in Traverse City and Cadillac. Call 231-846-2345. Restoring your credit for a brighter tomorrow.
I've been waiting for so long, now I finally found someone to stand by me. We saw the writing on the wall as we felt this magical fantasy. Listen, baby, I've had the time of my life.
Now get a $350 airfare credit, plus save up to 65%. Call your travel agent or 1-800-SANDALS. Certain restrictions apply.
Welcome back to our coverage of the New Hampshire Republican primary. Here's what I think about going forward. Yeah, it looks like Mitt Romney's got it sewed up. The Republican powers that be have to decide whether or not they are desperate for it to be somebody other than Mitt Romney. If somebody can make a plausible case that it can be them, money is irrelevant because any one candidate can just tap one really rich guy and the money can flow forever. With the super PAC financing right now, it doesn't matter how many donors you have. It doesn't matter whether or not your dad is your funder. It doesn't matter who it is. All you need is one rich guy, and they've all got at least one rich guy who would be crazy enough to dump a huge amount of money in order to defeat Mitt Romney. I think the money at this point is almost irrelevant to our calculus because anybody can put together any amount of money going forward. It's just a question of the dynamic of the race about whether or not Mitt Romney is beatable.
Spoken as someone who's never been involved in campaign fundraising, not every one of them does have a billionaire. That is the problem. If Rick Santorum had a billionaire, he would have picked it up already.
But if Rick Santorum were the credible alternative to Mitt Romney, wouldn't he get any of the billionaires?
That's the issue on this Texas meeting about this with the social conservatives saying, by the way, there is no party leadership. There's no such thing. There are no set of wise men in the party in Washington who can get together and go, okay, we're going to make this decision like a boardroom. Democratic Party doesn't have it. Republican Party doesn't have it. But you do have these factions, and that social conservative faction is the most powerful in many ways, in the most reliable in the party. And if they get together and if they have a sit down with Gingrich and they say, please step out. If they say to Perry, please stop doing this. And if they say to Gingrich, to Santorum, you're our guy. If they do something like that, it could get interesting. But the likelihood of even that working is very slim because you have to convince a bunch of people who aren't going to see things the same way to suddenly see things the same way.
Well, those evangelical Southerners are strong. They will raise the money, but they are at a point of determination. Do they accept Mitt Romney or do they mount the charge? And it's a lack of a better term, it's a defining moment for them. It really is.
Yeah,
and they have to determine that. They've had some meetings in Texas. There's another one coming up this weekend. I've talked to a few conservatives who have told me flat out, not Mitt Romney, not now, not ever. Now, whether that's going to coalesce and bring together James Dobson and Gary Bauer, who was behind Santorum, and Tony Perkins, the Family Research Council, I mean, these folks know how to raise money. They'll find enough conservatives out there, and that's why tonight, when you've got Jim DeMint saying what Romney is saying, that's almost a signal, you know, maybe we better lessen our pushback on this. So, I mean, it's not the kind of drama and love story that Chris Matthews likes, but it's a new kind of drama that's unfolding in this modern-day politics.
Steve, when you look at this, do you see game over?
I think it's getting pretty close. Money matters, but momentum matters more. And Mitt Romney has all the momentum in the race. Since 1980, South Carolina, the winner has gone on to be the Republican nominee. If Mitt Romney goes 3-0, it's very difficult to see how he would lose Florida. And certainly if he wins 4 of the first 4 primary contests, whether these guys are in the race, out of the race, suspended or not, he'll be the nominee of the party. So he's got all the momentum, and he is got to be really happy with where he is.
Very brief.
The problem they're going to have is true believers in Ron Paul's camp and possibly in some of the camps of Santorum and them who may not go with whatever deal the evangelicals say or the party bosses say, and the true believers can be very disruptive. If they hang in there, Romney came in tonight #1, but Obama would have won.
Al Sharpton, Steve Schmidt, Ed Schultz, Lawrence O'Donnell. Thank you, fellas. I'm Rachel Maddow. Thanks for being with us tonight. Chris Matthews picks up MSNBC's coverage